Also, it was very, very challenging, especially in the first half of the year, whereby we crushed about 800,000 tons of cane and produced 64,000 tons of sugar. In the second half, we improved significantly. We're crushing 1.1 million tons of cane and producing 108,000 tons of sugar. So it's a matter of two very different halves in terms of the operations. The first half was significantly affected, especially by the amount of rain that was there between August and November especially, whereby we had a long-term mean of about 940 millimeters. We received 1,243 millimeters. So that is very, very high. And that obviously does affect one in terms of the cane quality, because when there's lots of rain, obviously it's more difficult to get the cane out from the fields to the factory. The quality of the cane was not as good as expected. And also when it's very, very wet, you don't have as much sugar in the cane, the sucrose, as when it is much dry. So that improved in the second half. So it improves in terms of our operating efficiencies for the second half of the year.
Now, seemingly been hurt by lower production, with cane process declining by 14.6%. What was going on here?
In terms of cane development, Mumias has contracted 124,000 farmers. We've grown our area under cane from 56,000 to 64,000 hectares over the last financial year, and we invested 2.4 billion shillings in terms of cane development, which is by supplying the inputs to farmers, which is doing the land preparation, providing seed cane, providing fertilizers. So having made that investment, obviously, then we need to ensure that the credit is repaid back, because it's more or less a revolving fund, and that as farmers repay, we're able to utilize the funds to extend to other cane farmers. Obviously, when that is put at risk by some of our competitors who come to our contracted farmers and take the cane, obviously that reduces in terms of the amount of cane that is available for us to crush.
Speaking of cane poaching, how much did you lose to your competitors?
So in the last financial year, we lost over close to 2,000 hectares of cane to some of our competitors, which was contracted cane. So that can be quite a significant amount in terms of it was not available for us to crush. And we are working obviously closely with the Kenya Sugar Board and the Kenya Sugar Manufacturers Association to ensure that there is an element of discipline and regulation, because to be able to get a return, you need to invest in cane development, because many of the farmers are low-income farmers, so they don't have the capacity to be able to develop the cane themselves.
Moving on, Mr. Kebati, kindly run us through your strategic plan for 2012-2017. I understand there's a new growth plan which the board is currently working on.
First thing I think is to consolidate what we have at Mumias in terms of the operation, improve on the efficiency, ensure that we're able to attract, retain and motivate our human capital, and also to embark on consolidation in terms of getting returns on our investment of what we've done in the three areas of cogeneration, the ethanol and water. So you'll see a lot of consolidation over the next 2 or so years.
And what are the long-term objectives of the company?
Long-term is to work on a different plant, a second plant, because right now we're a single plant in Mumias in a different area, to reduce on the geographical risk. So we're looking at Tana River, whereby we're in partnership with the Tana River Development Authority to have a major multidisciplinary plant out there in Tada, which will be around 20,000 hectares, which will be producing both sugar, ethanol and water. And obviously, because you're going to do it in one go, obviously there'll be a lot of synergies in terms of making the plant more efficient, and also it will be large-scale irrigation and irrigation and controlled conditions. And the cane there will be able to mature within 10 or so months compared to what we have in Western Kenya, because it's lowland. Where in Western Kenya is about 18 to 20 months, there will be about 10 to 12 months. Of course, that will reduce the life cycle of the